The article from marketingdive.com. Hello, I'm Peter Stewart. The Smart Speakers Daily is who I represent, going for over 900 days in a row, reading from, riffing from, and reading from the best bits of the best blogs. And this one is all about how sonic branding could ease voice commerce security concerns. So it's the kind of the sound of cyber shopping. So really interesting. Going back, decades, shoppers spent more time in stores where they played background music. So that kind of leads us to where we are today to a large extent. Now, product sounds are powerful signifiers. So consider, the article goes on to talk about the lock screen. Particularly perhaps on an iPhone, the click that you hear is short, sharp, very, very clear, and it does sound perhaps like the what they call the heuristic skeuomorphism of an actual padlock snapping into place. It's the sound which is similar, which brings to your mind's eye that kind of padlock and the feeling you get of safety, security, of something firm and solid and secure, for example, as well as indicating that the phone is locked. It goes hand in hand. So that is learnt behaviour that we've got from our background of padlocks. And of course, younger people will perhaps have that understanding, that learnt behaviour the other way round, because they will perhaps think of the sound on a phone before they see or hear a padlock in real life. It's rather odd, isn't it, that we still use these symbols from 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago, padlocks, of course, even further back than that, to represent something in the modern age. For example, the floppy disk sign to save. When you save something on a computer, you click on the floppy disk, which is rather anachronistic considering that we don't use floppy disks and we haven't done for, 20, 30 years. In fact, I did see something on the internet just the other day of someone pointing out, hey, I know you love saving material so much on your book, on your PC and MacBook and so on. I've actually printed out a 3D copy of the save icon and handed over someone an actual floppy disk, which I thought was quite funny. Anyway, let's pull ourselves back out of that rabbit hole and talk about the learnt behaviour of familiar sounds, which is transferable into a whole experience, for better or for worse. Now, Apple has built equity on using the sounds of a literal lock. So any other competitor trying to do the same thing will dilute both parties' audio identities. Auditory icons have their limitations, and we'll touch on that tomorrow as the Smart Speakers Daily continues. From London, I'm Peter Stewart.
Part of the Briefcast.fm network.